all this scattered sand looks bad in Creation Kit, but I'm pretty sure it renders properly in game. Hopefully. If it doesn't, well, poopy. I forgot to tweet that I was streaming. Surprise stream. Usually I announce further in advance, but today, I just figured, what the heck. Most of it will be adding sand. A whole lot of sand. Yep, okay, good. Oh my god, what is wrong with my middle mouse button? I like how this pit turned out. And that, of course, is the remnants of the statue. I think there could be more rubble in there, though. slight seam in the ceiling, but it's so minor that I don't think it really matters. And I could hide it with these if I felt so inclined. Hello! Yeah, happy Sunday. I figured, what the heck? I have the time, I'm not watching the big game or making any plans for that. And I was working on Relics of Hyrule, and I figured, what the heck? Might as well just stream the dang thing. Alright, that looks fine. I just need to cover that up. I don't suspect we will have a very high turnout for this stream because it was not announced very early. It was just sort of out of nowhere, and things are happening other ways, other places. There are things that people are doing. Mostly I'm just adding rubble to the spirit temple. Yeah, this is the spirit temple. I'm adding rubble and other clutter type stuff to it. This room was going to be the hardest to make lived in, so to speak. It looks okay, but I'm going to have to somehow make it a little more lived in. I can probably add more rubble. Also use that sand floor for things. I could put some of that in here. was playing a little Super Smash Bros. Ultimate yesterday. Yesterday. Earlier today and yesterday. I've been playing it a lot. That looks terrible. Okay, that's fine. And it's interesting how the characters I use the most, my mains, as people say, it's interesting how they shift and change. I use Ganondorf a lot, and I use Toon Link, and I use Peach, and Lucina, not Marth, Lucina. But recently, very recently, I've started to pick up Mii Gunner, and the Mii Gunner, I just really like how the Mii Gunner plays. Not the strongest character, she's not really the strongest, but she's surprisingly good. Oh yeah. Yeah, it takes a long time to unlock characters. I've been playing online a little, and sometimes you can tell that people are annoyed that they're fighting a Mii. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Especially if I win. If I win and they don't do a rematch, that usually sends me a message. And again, I could just be like confabulating, be like, haha, pat myself on the back. I'm good with the Mii. Mii Sword Fighter is really good too. I haven't gotten a handle over Mii, figured out Mii Brawler. Not that great with Mii Brawler. In Brawl, I used to use Lucario a lot, but I lost track of him. I used to use Mario a lot too. I kind of want to pick up a newcomer. I'm sort of good with Inkling, but not really. I keep forgetting how Inkling works, and I keep doing the wrong moves. So with Inkling, I need to practice more. I guess Daisy technically counts as a newcomer, but she's virtually identical to Peach. So I guess I'm decent with Daisy as well. Alright, that makes that look nice. I think that room is pretty much done. It just needs enemies and probably more lighting. Okay, I'm gonna save. Ooh. I have a new chat box. The chat always just appeared, and it didn't have a background, so it didn't look good. So now I have that little chat box. I think it looks okay. A habit that I need to break in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is I've been dodging way too much. And Ultimate punishes you for dodging too much, and I have a really bad habit of dodging. And problem is you can't turn it off. You can't configure your controls. Like with jump, if you have a jump problem, like you jump too much, you can configure your controls to be different. But with dodging, it's you shield and do a button, a direction. So that's really can't be turned off because you have to have a shield. So I've been trying to shield more than dodge, because I don't use my shield enough. I've been saving replays of me Gunner as well. I might do a compilation. I'm not good at I'm not epic level, but if I get a neat kill, I might save the replay and put a compilation together of me Gunner's kinda good. But, that's opening a can of worms. Because if I upload Smash footage, it's gonna be people being like, you should have pressed up A and start when Greninja's jab was on frame 4, and then you do down left BA. I don't know. Yeah, OBS was hard to figure out. I figured out a good settings for what I need, but it's hard to figure out exactly what bit rate you need. It's not there's a lot of choices. There's a lot of options, and that can be overwhelming. I need to program keys. I might do that during this stream. I want to build the library first. I was building it yesterday and the creation kit crashed, so I wasn't able to finish it. I'm going to build the Spirit Temple library. There's one character, whenever I am just goofing around online, and I need to watch myself because sometimes I get really into it. When I'm playing Smash online, if I face an Ike or a Rob or a Ganondorf, I always go, Because all the Ikes that I've faced do the exact same moves. They constantly jump and they're doing aerials and they do all these combos. And I'm just like, you guys look this up. Like, it's clear that they're always doing the same thing. Ganondorf's hard because he's so strong. It's hard to... And his new smash attacks give him such range. It's hard to get in there and get damage on him. And Rob... For some reason, Rob is just really annoying. At least in my opinion. But something that's great about Smash Ultimate is that when you're playing online, I really like the matchmaking system. People were annoyed by it, but I think it's a huge improvement over 4 Glory, because with 4 Glory, anybody can go in. So you could get somebody like Mewtwo King, or you could get some person who accidentally clicked on 4 Glory when they wanted for fun. And the Global Smash Power system, I think, is good because it usually matches you with people of your skill level. So it's an even match. I think the matchmaking system is good. I know people were complaining about it. And I know the connection issues aren't the greatest, but I really like what they did with online because I hated playing online in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. But the matchmaking system they did with Ultimate, I think, is an improvement. That's my opinion. The end. As a non-competitive player who just really plays because I enjoy the game, it's nice to be able to enjoy the game and not have to worry about losing, getting bad because you're just fighting computers and adapting to what computer characters do. Oh yeah, the story mode. Okay. I really... Part of me wants... Well, I don't think this... I think with this room, this big, huge room, I just need to make it about the spectacle. Maybe? I don't know. I just need to add more to it. This is easy. Did I make a book? I think it may have crashed after I made the book and before I saved. Nope, it did not. But I didn't place it yet, so I'm going to put that there. Boop. And there's going to be notes scattered throughout the Spirit Temple. I wrote them all, I just need to import them. The musings on being a Gerudo vampire and memories they have of the Spirit Temple and all that good stuff. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. Noble Shelf 3 that I wanted? Yes, Noble Shelf 3. these guys have to move forward a little bit. Not that far. No. That works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know of any sand deities. In the Elder Scrolls. I think this should be a storage area. I think these should be closer to the wall. What is wrong with my stupid mouse? Okay. That should be good. In fact, what I can do here is duplicate these, turn them around, and put another set of shelves there. Like, this is one heck of a library. I'll delete the ones that are clipping through the wall. Or the pillar, rather. Because obviously that's not how shelves work. Okay. Yeah, no one's gonna have a book in those two shelves. There won't be, all these will not be filled with, I don't think they're all going to be filled with books, and the ones that do have books, they'll all be ruined books, and burned books, and things like that, because I know that if I made them all filled with books, that would be way too many. Yeah, and since this is an ancient temple that was recently unearthed, really these shouldn't be here, now that I think about it. But then again, who's to say they didn't, like, build them or bring in new shelves? Because who knows how long they've been here. Plus, this could be, I think this is practice for the archives library, what that's going to ultimately look like. Okay. And I could delete, I think I'll delete some of these. I'll delete some random shelves so that there's not a complete just random shelves. Okay. Get rid of that one. I don't want to knock any over because I've knocked any over. Oh, there's some duplicates. If I knock over some shelves, then it's like, why? They would have picked that up. They would have moved it. And I'm going to move these forward because they're clipping into the back of the other ones. Also, these are dungeon rings. These ones need to get removed because there needs to be a path here for the people to get through to see the other shelves. Let's use her as a size guide. Yep, you can fit through that. I'm gonna get rid of that shelf anyway, though. And I'm gonna make some more tables down here. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. The makeshift base. It's essentially the order of operations. The base of operations for the Gerudo vampires. There's an alchemy lab. There's an enchanting table. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm working on the Spirit Temple. The color of the stone is not final. I'm planning on retexturing it so that all this is brown sandstone, but I'm gonna use the basic shape. And I'm working on the library right now. And the library is gonna have some coffins in it. At least one coffin in it. There need to be as many coffins as there are vampires, so I'll have to be careful about that. At least as many. I don't know if they would want to share coffins with each other. Welcome. I'm working on the Spirit Temple. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one representation. Ocarina of Time, because this is Relics of Hyrule, and nothing is a one-to-one representation. But the basic structure is finished, and I'm just adding clutter and such like that. But yeah, there's the Spirit Temple. Breath of the Wild Barbarian armor. At the earliest, if ever, 6.7. All Breath of the Wild stuff is being considered for 6.7, but no guarantees. It's all up to me, what I prefer, what I will decide. I'll do horizontal coffins so that they don't have trouble for space. Yes. And the elephant in the room is Gerudo armor, whether that will be added. It is pretty unlikely that I'll be adding Gerudo armor to Relics of Hyrule in the traditional sense. Well, I am very bad at jokes. I am very bad at telling what's a joke and what isn't. Especially through text. And how are people feeling about that new chat box that's on the screen? It's hard for me to tell how good it's turning out. and if it's like ugly or something. So I tried making it a little more visible so that when I port these over to YouTube, they're not that people can actually read the messages. I'm gonna have to add some books. The chat box is a placeholder, so it looks like the chat messages are very dim, yeah. The text is dark when it comes up, which is weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I think I might be able to fix it, though. Oh, maybe it's because it's at 0.5 instead of 1. Okay, that may have done it, because it was at 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 1 instead of 0 or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'll just keep an eye on it, see if it looks better. You know, it was experimental. Okay, I need to add some books. I'm not going to add 1,000,000 books, just a some. And by that I mean burned books and ruined books. Chat lag, yeah. Probably. Oh, it's still dim. And I don't know why. Oh, I know why. It was below the color source. Doy. It was dim because it was covered up by a gray rectangle. Yeah, chat lag is always going to be an issue. There's nothing I can do about that. Because the internet is a series of tubes. Whoops. Ah, god damn it, I hit the wrong button. I forget when I saved last. I think I just needed to add the coffins. That's the only thing I missed. Because I saved before I added the coffins. That's okay. 3:19. So I lost like half an hour of work. It's no big deal. We'll pop right back in. Accidentally hit. I didn't mean to hit the Havok test. I don't know why it would crash the tool. All it was doing was testing the Havok of one stupid little book. But no, it had to go and crash. Yeah, I think, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I fixed it. I had it layered wrong. The chat box was above the actual chat. So that gray rectangle was covering up the text, which is silly. So it was a very simple fix. I think it looks pretty good. It's sort of minimalistic, and that's okay. It's just there to give a dark background for people to be able to see the chat. Yeah, just breathe on it and it crashes. That's something I've learned, is to save often with Creation Kit, because it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash no matter what. Here's another question about the chat box. Do people think that the messages should disappear like they are? Or do people think that they should stick around? So, like, instead of the message disappearing after a few seconds, it should stay on there? Because I can make it stay on there. This is a very simple change. Yeah. I might have them stay on there so that people watching and on YouTube later will be able to read the messages more easily. I'm gonna go make that change so that it stays on there. I love how the widget is blurred out, but you can still read it. I think that should be okay. I gotta test it out. Let's see how it works, how it do. Oh, I'm close that window. Oh, it opened. How nice. Sand God Spirit Temple. Yeah, it looks like it's working. It's gonna stay there. I think I like that. I like having the chat stay there. I mean, it's already been longer than 15 seconds since the message was posted, so that's a sign that it is working. Okay, I think the only things that are missing are the coffin. Oh! Ah! Ooh, that hurts. All the shelves are gone. All the shelves are gone. Oh, boy. Cool. Not Oxy, not OxyClean. Ozzy. There we go. Okay. Well, that's nice. Every single shelf is gone. Whew. It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is always fine. I need to get into the habit of saving every time there's a big change, even if it's something as simple as installing shelves. But fortunately, it's a lot. There were a lot of shelves, but thanks to the power of exponential multiplication, whatever that is, I can just copy and paste a bunch of shelves very quickly. And then shelf, select all the noble shelves, boom, turn them around, spabadoosh. Oh, no. Swing it on over. There we go. That looks fine to me. And then plop them down. I think these are different shelves than I used. These are definitely different shelves than I used last time. That's okay. Cram those against the wall. Get rid of the ones that are causing problems, that are being sillies, and get rid of a couple others. Yes, it should be a school of magic. It replaced mysticism when they got rid of mysticism. Which I liked that there was sort of a subtle lore explanation for why they got rid of mysticism. It's not like big. It's just in a book, but I think it's kind of cool that they addressed it in the lore of the game instead of just being like, no more mysticism, sorry guys. I'll move it there. I think I'm gonna, instead of having a million rows, I think I'll leave just these 2 rows. And then that leaves more room for coffins and things. Table. And once I add all these tables and stuff, then I'm going to that is not the table I wanted. I wanted a different one. No. Thank you. Wait. Never mind. That actually looks kind of cool. I'm gonna change my mind again. How about you stay, and there you go. That looks pretty good. That actually looks like a Gerudo tablecloth. No. Okay. I don't know if they would have a tablecloth on a table with an alchemy lab. It looks so cool. It just looks so cool. Whatever. They can lift things. Okay, now I'm going to add some coffins. Oh, look at that. There's a... Oh! What's with these furniture pieces? There's markers and everything. There's right table? Jeez. Where... Well, that's good to know. It's very good to know. I can use those. Coffin. Oh, I was gonna mention it earlier when I mentioned the coffins, and someone mentioned Pokemon. Kofagrigus is one of my favorite Pokemon. I actually did a run of Pokemon Sun in which I only used a Kofagrigus. No other Pokemon at all. Just Kofagrigus. And it was fun. I died 6 times. Oh yeah, I am using the retexture. I'm using some retextures for the alchemy lab, and I forget the name of the retexture. It's out there somewhere. I just don't remember what it is. That's not a bookshelf, that's a coffin. You open that and a corpse comes out. Maybe the corpse will sing to you as it rips your face off. I'll put that one. No. Put it there. I'm also gonna add the shelf. I had a shelf here. Big ol' chunky shelf. Shelf. Yeah. Yeah, I deliberately chose Kofagrigus, partially because I like him, but also because the mummy ability and very, very high defense. So I was able to, with mummy, you can just sort of disable the enemy's ability just without even trying. So that was helpful. And then it was also helpful having a very high defense. I might do it again with a different Pokemon. Something else I did was I did a run with weird Pokemon. Like Shuckle and Unknown. Got an Unknown with Psychic type Hidden Power, which gives it Stab, gave it Choice Specs, made sure it had a Beneficial Nature, which involved a lot of catching unknown. And at some point, I switched out its choice specs for Normalium Z, because that gives it 2 types to work with. The hidden power type and normal. It made unknown almost viable and not completely useless. I took that thing to Elite 4. That's the kind of thing I do in my spare time. I am also, you know what, I am very tempted, I am super tempted to do an entire team of unknown. In fact, it would be so cool. What would be really cool is to do an entire team of unknown and they spell a 6-letter word. That would be cool. Like unknown. Or unknown, even. Add the K in the middle. Or unknown exclamation point. Problem is, you can't breed unknown. You can only catch them. And there's nowhere to catch them in Generation 6 or 7 or 5, for that matter. I'm going to look that up. Monica, yes. Yes. That would be the name. Speaking of Monica, my main Mii Gunner, I have a Mii Gunner that's designed to look like Monica. I'll show it to you in a moment. Unknown. Maybe there's one in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Game locations. Nope. Oh, there's some in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire in a Mirage Cave. That's good to know. That's actually useful, very useful. South of... Oh, that's really good. That is super good. And all the letters can appear. But it's only that one. So it's random, and that's annoying. Okay, well, it's good to know. Oh, yes. This is my Mii Gunner that I like a lot. Where is it? Funny stuff and memes. There it is. There's my Mii Gunner. I gave her the Western outfit because the Western outfit is one of the only ones that looks good. And you can't really tell her hair color from here. I couldn't give her a ridiculously long hairstyle like Monica has, so I gave her that like princess hairstyle that has the side things like Monica has. It fits very well. I don't know if people realize when I'm fighting them online that I'm playing as Monica. They might pick it up because she has green eyes and her hair color is right, and she has a blue skirt. Yeah. Good old Monica. I also have a Mii Gunner based on Tony Stark. And I have a Yiga Mii Sword Fighter. Mii Sword Fighters are really good too. Most of the Mii outfits are awful, to be honest. I'm looking forward to when we get more DLC, because some of the Mii costumes are just sort of weird. Like, one of the Mii Gunner costumes is KK Slider, and he uses his guitar as a gun, and it's just weird. I can tell why the Mii fighters aren't taken very seriously, because they don't get very good costumes. The Western costume is really good. The high-tech armor was really good in Smash 4, but in Smash Ultimate it looks really bad. The dragon armor is pretty cool. Steampunk armor is also okay, but they're not, like, great. There's only a few that are good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you found the one Yiga that's in Relics of Hyrule right now. So far. That was a secret. It was a secret to everybody. Now she's not much of a secret. I revealed her officially in Relics of Hyrule episode 100... Relics of Hyrule, the series, episode 162. And more Yiga will be appearing in future updates. You're gonna probably get an additional one every new update between now and 6.6, or now and 6.7. I know I'm adding one in 6.5.20, not going to tell you where. I'll probably add one in 6.5.21, and their presence is growing. And in 6.7 I'll add their hideout. And the location of their hideout will make people say, oh no. Because the Yiga mean business. They're not happy that people are finding out about Hyrule. They're coming out of the woodwork. They're coming out of hiding. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna add enchanting stuff here. Obviously, I should add gray gems. I'm not gonna hit this button because for some reason simulating simulating physics makes Creation Kit go insane right now. Gray gem. Let's add some dark essence, because they would have made that. Yeah, they're not gonna have bananas. They have gourds instead. what? I should add a dummy soul gem. A couple dummy soul gems. Soul gem, empty. Soul gem random. Random. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. It's a surprise stream. Thanks for finding. Thanks for finding the secret messages that led you here. This was a discussion in the Discord of breakable pots and if I would add them. I'm not going to, but what I will do is add pots that have rupees in them. Like, they're not going to be breakable unless you have a breakable pot mod. But I will have that little nod to the old Zelda. Let's put an orange rupee in there just for funsies. Yes, it was a very subtle secret message. Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's right there. In fact, I should probably put that right there. Someone's trying to enchant their dagger. And they haven't finished yet. Okay, I'm gonna add some potions, some potion stuff. Alchemy ingredients. Oh, that's right. I was gonna add Gibdo. There's gonna be something there. Probably a book or a note. Or potions. There's a thought. I'll add potions. Dummy. Dummy potion. Oh, no. In hindsight, I should have added this first. Oops. Potion all. Poison all. Potion. No, actually it should be potion heal. Boom. Okay. Nice. Okay. I should add books too. But first I'm gonna save. Because I didn't save and I lost all the shelves earlier today. I'll add ruined books, burned books. I'll have to program the other books that I have planned. Then I have to start programming keys, and I'll have to add Gibdos and such. In other news, I am going to see Mary Poppins Returns tomorrow. I want to see the movie because I want to see if there is evidence that Mary Poppins is a Time Lord. There's already enough evidence to make a good case. But I want to see if that movie offers up any more evidence. I keep trying to think of something to say, and I can't think of anything to say. 6.5.20, the update I'm currently working on, is coming along very nicely. It's going to be a little smaller than 6.5.19 was. I'm looking at my whiteboard that I have notes written on. It's almost empty for 6.5.20. I just need to add Keys and Choose and the rest of the Spirit Temple, and that's pretty much it. And I want to do the layout for the archive to figure that out for 6.5.20, but that's not a big priority. Keys. And 6.5.21 will be focused on adding new islands and the pictograph box. I think also the water temple will be in 6.5.21. Maybe. I mean, there might be a Keys holding a key they're gonna be integrated into the mod. So who knows? We'll see. I'm not one for jokes in Relics of Hyrule. I don't really like adding jokes. And people always suggest jokes. They're always like, oh, it would be really funny if you added Tingle. It would be really funny if you added this. And there are some jokes, like the Wand of Gamelon, the strongest weapon in the mod. But there's only so much room for jokes. It's like, I don't want to add too many. And there's some jokes in Kakariko Village, obviously. But I've just gotten a lot of requests lately for jokes, and I'm not really into it. Speaking of Sheogorath, Mad God Passage, I think I mentioned this before, but Mad God Passage is essentially because Sheogorath won my Daedra Presence poll. I was like, what Daedric Prince would everybody like to see represented in the lore for Relics of Hyrule? And Sheogorath won, of course, because Sheogorath is everyone's favorite Daedric Prince. He's the most popular. He's the meme lord. And when he won, I was like, well, okay. Nocturnal, I think, was second, so I have to think really hard about Nocturnal. But because Sheogorath won, I was like, okay, they want Sheogorath. I'll give them Sheogorath, because Sheogorath is the Daedric Prince of insanity. He's not the Daedric Prince of LOL, haha, tee-hee. He's the Daedric Prince of insanity. And so that's what inspired Mad God Passage to be the way it is a true Sheogorath experience, in my opinion. Okay, no one's gonna notice if I repeat the books too much. And if they do, they'll need to find something better to do with their time. So I'm not gonna waste mine trying to make all these look separate and different. The secret's out. I am... yeah, the secret's out. I am a... How would I describe Q? What is Q? Q is, I'm trying to figure out how... I know who Q is. And I'm just trying to remember how to describe him. He's like an omniscient, omnipresent being. Like a four-dimensional crazy dude. Reality warping trickster, yeah. I don't know if I'm quite there. These will settle by themselves. I have a Discord message from somebody. Either that or it's just someone talking into the ether. I'm just gonna settle these as well as I can. And I'll make this guy a little bit of a jaunty mess. Ooh. Okay. I would settle these normally, but the problem is, for some reason, Creation Kit crashes every time I try to use the Havok settle function. So I'm just sending these to the ground this way. That way they don't have to get simulated too much. They'll still collapse, which is what I want, but they won't collapse too much. Oh boy. Oh, okay, well that's interesting. G, apparently... G apparently sets local translation. I just realized I have to do the other side of the library. And I'll put you over there too. And you two are fine. Okay. Now let's take all those books, copy them, put them over there. So many books. I don't know how many books there are, but there's a lot. I'll rotate them the right way. Send them over here. And then go shelf by shelf, settling them. Oh, I really wish I could just do that and settle the books, but for some reason I know what will happen. It'll crash the tool. And I don't want that to happen because I don't want to lose all this progress. I also play Dungeons and Dragons. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my brother and my mom. We sort of play a hybrid of 2nd and 5th edition with some elements of the other editions. So, like, you roughly once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, we'll play the old D&D. I have a Cavalier and a Bard. And my Bard, because I'm such a nerd, is named Sayori. I seem to remember mentioning my half-elf Bard before, and somebody in the chat was like, aren't like half-elves just generally worse than elves? And I was like, no. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna save, now that I've put all the books in place, except the ones down here, never mind. Oh good, all of these ones down here are not aligned properly. That's because all the bookshelves are not aligned properly. I'm just gonna move the bookshelves. Yeah, because these are flush against the wall. The other ones are not. So I'm just going to move these guys up. And now I need to move... Oh, these are even floating. Okay, settle all the books. Okay. I was just checking because I kept getting that notification. Thankfully, it has been dealt with. I get way too many requests for me to port Relics of Hyrule to consoles. Still, thankfully I have the FAQ because I got that request way too much, and I can't. I actually cannot port this mod to the Switch version of Skyrim, of all things, or any other console. It's just not going to happen. I cannot do it. It would be impossible. But I wrote an article on the mod page about it. People also request sometimes for me to port my standalone mods, and my standalone mods are no longer supported. So I'm not going to do anything with them anymore unless there's a horrible issue, and I'm not porting them. Oh yeah, port consoles to port consoles to Relics of Hyrule. That's a good one. Sometimes I wonder if I take this too seriously. I mean, obviously I need to maintain the milieu of the mod, and there's some things I cannot do, like port it. That I need to take seriously because it's a legal thing, as well as in my opinion, an ethical thing, and a programming perspective thing. But sometimes I might take this too seriously. I get too invested in it for my own good. But I mean, this is my hobby. I enjoy it, and I want to enjoy it. And I have a very specific vision in mind for this thing. Relics of Hyrule, the series, I have fun with that, so that's not a... It's not like I'm a grumpy Gus all the time. Sometimes I just worry if I come off as a curmudgeon with my work. Yeah, I think that's a good... I take Relics of Hyrule seriously because I love it so much, and I am enjoying it. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't enjoying it. I guess sometimes it gets kind of tiresome when people suggest things or ask questions that indicate they don't really get what I'm trying to do. And it's hard to navigate it's sometimes tricky to navigate through what I get the sense people want from the mod, and when I know it actually is, and I know I can deliver. But I don't usually think about that too long, because I know what I want from the mod, and if I'm enjoying it and I'm doing stuff that I want, then that's going to extend, and the enthusiasm and the attention to detail will pay forward, if that makes any sense. Yeah, when people ask for the mod to be adjusted to fit their play style, that's pretty rude to be asking. And I get those comments a lot. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not trying to... This is just a hobby. I'm not making money off of it. I wouldn't want to make money off of it. And another important thing is being genuine. Like, if I was coming in here like Jacksepticeye and pretending... Not that I'm saying that Jacksepticeye is pretending. I mean, if I was emulating him and pretending to be high energy and, like, entertaining, crank it up to 11, then I know that I would not be enjoying myself as well, because I would be wasting energy trying to be someone I'm not. And I'm not saying that Jacksepticeye doesn't have that kind of energy. More power to him. I know that that's just not me, and I don't want to try to make this a job, because that will ultimately make me hate it rather than love it, and it will suffer, and I don't want that to happen. Sometimes I'm a little terse on my Discord, and I don't mean to be. I guess that's where this is coming from. I'm just sort of like, I don't want to come off as mean. I'm just taking my project seriously. And I also don't, like, when people suggest things, I don't want to ignore them, because then I don't want them to go thinking that I might do something. I want them to have an answer. And I feel bad when I say, no, I'm not adding breakable pots, or no, I'm not adding tingle. I definitely appreciate the suggestions. I just, Tingle does not fit in Relics of Hyrule, and I can't add him in a way that makes sense. Yeah, the Master Sword is a closed book. Like, there's some things that, like, people still suggest things, but I have closed the book on them, and so those comments just bounce off. And, like, the Master Sword, especially, there's no sense of time. People see it, they've just discovered it, and they have an idea. And it's great that people are passionate. I'm really glad that people are passionate about this project that I'm doing. But the problem is, I am not a trained monkey. Like, I am just the person who made it. And I can't ruin it. I can't change what's set in stone. The Master Sword is finished. And I know the Master Sword is finished. So I've closed the book on it, and anything that people suggest about it, I just say, sorry, it's not changing. Like, you want a red Master Sword? Well, it's not going to happen. Yeah, honestly, the scout tunics, the hats especially, I was really mad. I was like, I got so sick of people constantly asking about the hats and being really rude about the hats, and I'm just like, I can't do anything about them. And I've given options. Like, I made rings, I made circlets. I was gonna make a whole line of helmets that I didn't want to do. I was gonna make hoods, but again, didn't want to do it. And it's just like, duh. And I was ready to get rid of them because that happened pretty recently, around the time I started the Discord. Because I was just getting so sick of the comments of people who don't like the look of the hats, and I'm just like, I can't do anything about it. I can't make meshes, I can't fix them, and I don't want to. I don't want to go, because another thing that people don't realize, there are 13 hats, and every hat has 6 meshes. There are 2 for humans, there's 2 for Khajiit, and there's 2 for Argonians, and there's a ground mesh. There's 7 meshes. So there's 13 tunics, 7 meshes. That is a huge number. So if I wanted to change the hats, if I wanted to quote-unquote fix the hats, I would have to go through all of those meshes and change every single one. Yeah, and I thought about adding hoods, but it's the same problem. I would have to go through probably at least 26 meshes. So I made the hats disenchantable. That way, if somebody has a hood, they can disenchant a hat and put the enchantment on the hood. Like, I did my best, but people just keep talking about them. And I've also done my best to try to ignore those comments, and I know people don't realize that it gets under my skin, but there's some things that just really bug me still. And that's one of the reasons why I've made great efforts to make my Discord a place of positivity, because I think there's way too much negativity on the internet. I don't think it's excessive. I don't think it should be acceptable. What are you doing here, little shelf? I don't think it should be acceptable. People are just like, oh, the internet's a mean place. People are mean on the internet. And I'm like, that shouldn't be acceptable. Like, that shouldn't be something that you just go, well, sucks to suck. Like, I don't think that's fair at all. Like, people should be held accountable for what they say, and people should not be allowed to be mean to each other. So, with my Discord, I've been very, very vigilant. People ranting about something, and I'll say, hey, there's no need to rant about this. And if people argue, I have to be careful. Arguing is fine. But if people start getting mad, I'm like, hey, let's not be negative. Davy Jones, if you go to the Nexus, I'll show you where the link is. If you go to the mod page, I think it's either special edition. If I didn't put it on the special edition description, I'm a silly person. Yeah, under the Hey Listen section. So you just go to Relics of Hyrule. You can search for Zelda on the Skyrim Nexus, either one, and it'll be the first one that comes up, because it's the most endorsed Zelda mod on the Nexus. I just had to plug myself. Anyway, the Hey Listen section, that's where you can find the link. Or, you know, what I could do, never mind. Yeah, just go to the mod page and under the Hey Listen section. That's where it is. I think it's also on my Twitter profile, but the quickest way is the mod page. Gonna double check. Things and stuff. Oh my god. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's different. I'm just checking stuff here. I'm just checking new messages on the Discord. Oh yeah, Jackson's Positioner is great, especially for all the people who, to this day, are very confused by the fact that the Hylian shield is crooked. No offense to those people, of course. I never mean any offense. I'm just like, it's because it has a strap and a handle. It's just how it's shaped. Jackson's Positioner is your friend. Okay. Whoa. So the library's done. I think now what I need to do... I can add more books. The notes... Probably add... I should probably add the notes. I'll add notes. I should get those ready. Water books, Gerudo notes. There's one that I need to put in Sand God Passage, so I'm gonna make that one first. Oh, shouldn't have duplicated that. What am I doing? Oh, blood. Torn paper. Gerudo note 01. Grammar translation. Well, okay. I should use normal notes for the rest. That one was just a torn page. Oh, I didn't want to make a blood-stained note. I wanted to make a normal note. They wouldn't be dripping blood all over the place. Actually, I'll label this one 0, 0. And this one is... some of the followers from Relics of Hyrule are marryable. The 3 vampires are marryable. Valentine is marryable. In fact, I can check right now. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us here today. Let's see. Ignatia is marryable. Thank you. I am very happy with how the ruined mirror shields turned out. Which, that reminds me, I need to fix one of them. Because it's not ruined enough. Okay, Ignatia, Yolanda, Latimer, Dlectrin, Althea. Where the heck is Alnasan? Alnasan can be married. I believe that's it from Relics of Hyrule. Yes. I'm really happy that people enjoy the mod so much and that they show it to people. It's the mirror shield of the well. The damaged mirror shield can still reflect light. So, there, done. Now the damaged mirror shield of the well no longer reflects magic. Number 1, now number 2. Here's another. And that one's 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So this one should be 5. I know where this one is gonna be. Yeah, it has a disadvantage in that it's technically not lore friendly, because it's not Elder Scrolls, it's Zelda, despite all my best efforts. Which may be why it's not as well known, like why Epic Nate or whoever hasn't done a mod review of it, or Bro Duel, because it was a slow burn. It's not like an up and coming mod It's been out for 5 years. I don't... It would be cool for the mod to be more well-known, but it is the most downloaded, most endorsed Zelda mod on the Skyrim Nexus, so somebody's gonna find it. Garabooba. Oh, poopy butt. Okay. No. Where you go? Oh, it's right there. Wait a second. Never mind. Yeah, and I don't make patches for other mods. I used to, and I was thinking of making one a couple years ago for Elemental Destruction Magic, but then I was like, if I start making if I start making patches, then people will be like, hey, can you make a patch for this one? Can you make a patch for this one? How about this one or this one? And I didn't want to open that can of worms. I didn't want to start. So I don't make patches anymore. I think all of these will be in the library. Most of them. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Okay. I actually, mini blends, I was thinking the exact same thing of adding, mini blends based on Reeklings, so I want to do that. So if somebody made a patch, I will not host it on the mod page. They have to host their patches on their own pages. I don't host patches. If somebody made a patch, I'm okay with other people making patches. I'm not gonna say no patches. No patches. but I do not host patches for other mods. So if you made a patch, you have to host it on your own Nexus page, and I can link to it, but I will not be hosting any more patches. And I'm actually planning on removing, once 6.6 drops, I'm going to clean up the Legendary Edition mod page, and I'm going to remove some of the patches that are there, because I think it's too cluttered, and I really like that that special edition is very clean, and it's just the main file and the updates and the hot fixes, and that's it. Wheeled clutter. Yeah, I've been sort of dragging my feet on wheeled clutter, but I'll get to it, and I keep saying, oh, I'll do it now, oh, I'll do it now. I have been working on it. I'm almost done with all the meshes. Relics of Hyrule just occupies so much of my brain space. I just think so much about Relics of Hyrule, and I'm so like antsy to finish the Spirit Temple and all this stuff. Wheel clutter will happen eventually. It's a very slow burn, but it will happen. Okay, I added all the books, so I'm gonna add a save. Mini blends. I'm actually going to write mini blends on here, because I can add them to one of these. Mini blends. Something else I want to do is boomerangs, but I don't know how well those are going to work. Keys. That's a Keys. He's the Charles Hunter skeleton. Keys will be interesting because I've never used a custom skeleton before, so I'm gonna see what happens. Yeah, these were made by Mihail, who's really good at making stuff. And I shamelessly stole them, but I will credit him, and he says that you can use any of his assets. It's on his mod page, so we'll see how these turn out. And of course, the Spirit Temple, they will have a pretty high population in there. Okay, let's see what happens with the keys. Charis. We have Charis Hunter. Pretty sure both of these can be removed. Keys are not that strong. Keys race. Body data. Okay. That I can do. Doesn't seem like it'll be that big of an issue. Nope. Case. Skeleton. For now, I will give this a hair voice. Yes, okay. Keys race. They are not poisonous, but I think I will give them a disease. That they might give you a disease. I will see what disease would fit a bat. Reduced lockpicking, holy crap. Reduced stamina. Reduced magicka. Stamina region. Reduced weapon skills. Okay. Reduced magical region. I think rock joint. I'll go with rock joint. Rabies. I'll just... Good. So rock joint makes your weapon skills worse. So I think that could work. Maybe reduce stamina. Maybe rattles or bone break fever. Rock joint. I'm gonna stick with rock joint. Yeah, vampire disease. It's the baseball is the American pastime. My monkey man. Okay. I'll just give him water walking, even though there's no water. There it is, the skin. I need to make a skin. Skin. Charis. Where the heck? I'm looking right at it. I know it's here. Oh, skin. Charis flyer. There we go. A naked bat. Keys. Actors. Keys. Standard keys. Yes, I should activate it for that. Yes. Naked keys. Skin keys, ROH. And I duplicated it, so everything's good. And I need to hit OK. Keys race. Now I can load skin keys. And that should be okay. We'll see. Oh, nope. I need to change the name. General data. Hi, I'm general data. Text data. There we go. Keys. Now comes the fun. Charis Hunter. Duplicate. Charis Hunter keys. Right. Traits. Keys race. Skin keys. Hair. Voice. Stats. Level 32. No. Auto calc stats. Class, that's fine. Faction, not Charis. Very aggressive. Maybe let's add, because I don't want them to attack the Gerudo. Vampire. Let's find out. Gerudo, what are your factions? What's your faction, random Gerudo vampire? Your faction is vampire faction. Vampire faction. There we go. That way they won't attack vampires. Relationships, keywords, AI data, AI packages. Spell list. I'm gonna remove that extra damage perk. Or just leave it in because it doesn't want me to do anything with it. Okay. Now. I will need to add, like, Keese eyeballs and things like that. Or Keese skin. Probably Keese eyeballs. So I'll eventually add that to the list. Actually, the inventory. I don't want to bother with a death item list, so I'll just give them rupees. Give them 2 50 chance rupees and 1 10% chance rupee. And I'll make a eyeball eventually. But what I want to do right now is see if they function. So I'm gonna save, and we're gonna see what happens. Speaking of custom race mods, have y'all seen that playable Midna mod? Gee, that Relics of Hyrule guy should integrate that into Relics of Hyrule, because I like Midna. She has a nice butt. The heck is going on here? Yeah, there's a Midna mod. I don't know if it's like custom made or if it's like stolen, like most things are. But it's interesting because she kind of floats around. So they did that. It's reasonably well made. I'm just very, like, I have a chip on my shoulder about that kind of thing. So yeah, the nice butts mod. We should add Midna, Sam and Dean. Can't add Snake because he got a butt reduction. Captain Falcon. Alright, Keese. Let's see if... Well, it loaded. Ooh. That looks okay. That doesn't look okay. Just, I'm the Batman logo, guys. Oh, never mind. That's, these two, yeah, these two are coupled. So it bobs around like that, and the wings flappity flap like that. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong has nice butt. Zero Suit Samus. That actually looks pretty good. I'm okay with this. Be cool if the ears moved, but they don't. Twi'leks, Donkey Kong. I already said Donkey Kong. Homestar Runner. So that he could do the butt dance. Actually, we're not getting the full effect of the Keese. There we go. Bayonetta. Oh yeah, Bayonetta. Forgot about Bayonetta. Actually looks really good. What's kind of funny is that normally a character like Bayonetta would annoy me. But somehow I'm okay with her. I don't know why. Now we get to add the eyeball. Eye of Keith. Keith's eyeball. Keith's eyeball. Now, I'm gonna look. Yeah, I think that maybe like she's not somehow Bayonetta isn't she's obviously designed to be sexy and all that stuff, but she's not like it's not it is gratuitous. It's not like that's her character. Like she's not some she's also badass. It's that the idea of being in command of her own sexuality, so to speak, rather than being an obvious lurid, like sleaze driven thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm looking up Keith's eyeballs. Cool. Keith's eyeballs are items in... Okay, well... She's got a surprisingly realistic personality. Okay, I'm going to get a physical book. Now, which one? If you donate to Relics of Hyrule, this is the kind of thing that you will be funding, is the purchase of game guides for research purposes and such things. Keys. All this effort. Keys. 303. All this effort to be slightly referential to what Keith's eyeballs do. That doesn't help at all. Cool. Okay, let's look up Peace Eyeballs in the encyclopedia. Wait. Peace. Cool. No information. Okay. Well, I know what value to give it. And give it 20. Even though it's 20, I know it should be 200, but I'll make it 20. Yes, that's what I meant. Potion. Items. Breath of the Wild potion. Items in Skyward Sword. Yeah, that's really helpful. Okay. Breath of the Wild. Cooking. Cooking with Breath of the Wild. Cooking. Food. Yes. I have implemented, I will show you one right now. I have implemented the Thunderblade. So here's a Thunderblade. That is in Relics of Hyrule. I have also implemented the Great Thunderblade and the Thunder Spear. And I've implemented the eightfold blade, bada bing, and the eightfold long blade, boom. I've also implemented the vicious sickle. So yes, I've added some Breath of the Wild stuff. There's going to be a big influx in version 6.7. So I'm adding Breath of the Wild stuff little by little, and then there's going to be a flood in version 6.7. Okay. Elixirs. This is what I needed. Keys. Give me keys. Keys eyeball. Oh, it's duration increasing. That's nice. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to Alchemy, fortify alchemy. What? Fortify health in reference to extra hearts. Fortify sneak in reference to stealth boost. That should have a duration. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. What I really, really want. Well, I do my best. Ah, fortify stamina. Fortify stamina. Maybe stamina rate. No, temporary, yeah, it should be fortified stamina. I don't remember, I think someone at some point suggested to me, hey, maybe you should add, could you make a patch to remove all of the fortify heal rate effects? Because I use a mod that disables heal rate. And I'm just like, no. And I'll do fortify. Carry weight. Why the heck not? There. They're all 5'10". I'm okay with this. Eye of Keys, that's a good alchemy ingredient right there. I don't know what else a Keys would carry. Just that. That's all. You might get a Keys eyeball. 50-50 chance every Keys you kill. Okay, so the normal Keys are done. I'm going to save. I am happy that the Keys are done. I just need to add fire Keys too. Yeah. I just looked at the time. It's getting kind of close to the end of the stream. Thanks for stopping by. You're not gonna miss much. I'm probably gonna make the fire keys. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna call it a day. Because it's almost 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that means dinner, and I need to eat, or I will start hurting people. But yeah, once Relics of Hyrule finishes saving, my Galileo thermometer is being silly. I think it's telling me that it's 70-something degrees in here. But all of the globes are at the bottom of the thermometer. It's 76 degrees, 78. Oh yeah, so here's a pointless fact about me. I have hypoglycemia. So people joke, oh man, I am hungry. And I'm like, no, oh man. I have to eat. Like, bad things happen if I don't eat. Fire. Fire. Yes, the flame weapons will be coming. I think they'll be retextured Ancient Nord weapons, Sorry if that disappoints anybody, but I'll make them look awesome. Fire salts? You know what? Why would... I don't need to add fire salts to everything. They don't need to have fire salts. Maybe they do. I don't know. What am I talking about? They wouldn't have fire salts. They do not have fire salts. Ice weapons. What did I have planned for the ice weapons? I had something written down for the ice weapons. I don't want to make the like frost blade from Breath of the Wild a Skyrim weapon. That's too easy. It has to be refined. It has to be like glass or dwarven, or something like that. I had something written for it. I have a plan in mind. And oh god, I just ruined everything. And I shouldn't have... Oh wait, no, I saved it, didn't I? I don't remember if I saved this or not. Yeah, I'm losing my mind already. Oh, skin keys. I need to make a new skin. Oh wait, no, I already made a skin. Oh my... Hey, I'm losing my mind. No, I didn't make a skin. I made an armor add-on. I need to make a skin. Yeah, retextured Nordic. It's going to be really cool. I'm glad people like that idea. Okay, I think that's good. I'll make the finishing touches to the fire keys, and then I'll have to call it a day. Fire keys, and I need to familiar flame cloak. That's what I was gonna add. I already added that. That's fine. Combat data. This needs to be overwritten, because this actually needs to be Flame Atronach melee attack. Atronach melee attack. There we go. Atronach power attack. And Flame Atronach power attack. Boom. Okay. And I have to overwrite these as well. Because I don't want there to be poison. It should just be disease. Okay. I think I'll call it there. That is the end of the stream. So thanks everybody for stopping by for this random impromptu stream. I don't know when my next stream will be. I never know when my next stream will be. I'll figure out what the flame and ice, the frost weapons end up being. That's way in the distance. But, I'm glad I was able to make your evening better. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I will see you next time. That's the wrong window. There's the infinite hallway, and that's the end of the stream.